Take podcast with Brucey, Chuff and Lush.
How are we, gentlemen?
Happy Aussie Day, boys.
Happy Aussie Day.
Is it still called that?
It's getting close to being changed.
Fuck.
I used to look forward to Australia Day.
Didn't we
properly.
just? The
Because it was the
flagpole,
last-
South Point.
It was the last thing you could do before you went back to school, like proper. And like this was back in the day when you didn't have really mobiles or they weren't prevalent. If you did have one, it wasn't group chats or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you always knew on the 26th, we're going to the South Perth foreshore. We're meeting there at the flagpole. You ended up at some Mercedes girl's house before and after.
Or Carl Hodgson Thomas's house.
Or Carl Hodgson Thomas's house.
Cheery.
And then you'd always build it up to be bigger. It's like New Year's, right? Build it up to be bigger than what it actually was. Mm-hmm. There was never any less than 10 fights around. Like, we weren't directly involved. I actually don't remember actually being involved in a fight, but it was always around you.
Yeah.
And then you'd walk back to the house or wherever you were going to stay that night, and you told mum you'd be back the next day somehow, or she'd have to pick you up because you didn't have a license.
Yeah, I remember I walked home from the South Perth foreshore to Dinella
Oh,
one weekend.
How long did that
remember-
take you?
mobiles. I can't remember, hours, man.
Do you remember
Just
when
kept
we
walking.
always stayed, like, for me, it was always Aussie Day at Carl's house in South Perth, just off the main strip there. Was it
Labouchere?
Labouchere? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one
Do you
of those
remember?
nights.
Do you remember Tom Philippek, good old Flip, was car surfing, or was it car surfing? Or was getting towed behind the car? I think it was getting towed behind the car on a
went
skateboard. Face first, lost all his front teeth,
oh, that was brutal.
scratched all his face. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah, I
it was
remember
the worst thing I've ever seen. And then he had like a scab on his
Yeah.
forehead for like a month
Bro,
after.
that's what I remember because
Yeah.
I wasn't at the party. Was it going into year 11?
That was one of the last ones we did, so it may have been going into year 11.
Because that's when I started at Trinity, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
with
so
you guys
there would have
before
been
I've
that.
been going into year 12.
No,
All I
'cause-
remember is Flip at school just carved up.
Because I was
Yeah, no, I
driving.
remember that.
I was driving. I was driving the last one, but I wasn't driving at that one that
Yeah,
Philippek
but
did
because
that.
I remember he was calf serving, but I remember it was one of us that was driving.
No, it was some random bloke. But
And then there was the night that you had to relieve yourself from one of our friends a few times because he was passed out.
who was that? Was that Rogers?
Yeah.
Pissed on him a few times.
I think I peer pressured Chop a few times to do it.
Where
But then
was
he
he?
just kept taking liberties. Like,
was-
Rogers couldn't get up off the floor.
He was outside.
Chop broke the seal, so he just kept pissing on Rogers.
But it was like
Sorry, Roy. I love
constant. Like
Oh,
it didn't even
fuck.
take much. The first time it was like, Chop, you want to do this?
you. I was like,
And then
yeah,
he's
why
like,
not?
yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it. And then he'd get doing it. And then the next couple times I was like, Chop. And he's like, yeah, I'm already on it.
It was so funny because I was having a conversation about this with, I'm going to give her a code name, the Paddle Pop Line. She was telling me how often, like, everyone, that like different people, they were out like Canning Vale Way, but everyone would meet at the flagpole at South Perth. It was so many young people's stories on Australia Day about meeting in South Perth at the flagpole. Everyone's got their own stories from it, but it was such a thing
I
to
think
do
it was
back
our
in the day.
generation that caused the state government and the police to set up
Oh,
fencing and everything
100%.
like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. And SAR.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember those SAR guys would rock up and they'd have singlets on with like SAR on the front, and on the back would be like stab a random or like starting a riot or smash a random. It's
man, they suck, eh?
Like, man.
Nah.
And that was so scary. It was just like, they were just so methed out. And we were younger. It was just like, oh man, something's
Nah,
gonna
you
go
just
down.
never,
And
you
they
knew,
just
you
always
know not
start-
to say anything to them.
Yeah.
And don't, like, I never made friends with any of those blokes. It's like not worth it.
Yeah.
But you just didn't, because if you gave them one wrong look,
Yeah.
and they didn't have any self control to go.
They were there to
Yeah,
fight.
they were there to fight.
Yeah.
And so, like, you played cricket on the foreshore. I reckon after once, I think maybe we did it the year after we finished high school or something like that.
We did it again one more year
and then we
after.
just went, nah.
Yeah.
Because then that was a year wasn't fun.
Yeah.
was
I
shit.
remember one of the last years I was driving because I got my license earlier in the year, and it was just a mission to even find parking. And then we walked down there one night and it just wasn't the same.
No.
Wasn't the same.
And Sharad popped out of the bushes out of nowhere.
you was walking
remember?
down, yes. We were just walking, and then Sharad came out. Hey, what?
Through a roundabout.
Yeah.
We're in a car going through a roundabout, and we came to stop at the roundabout, and this human comes out of the middle of the round in the bushes, and it was Sharad.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, hey, buddy.
and then he got drafted. But like, I reckon Australia Day, the best way to do it is you go to a house, there's a pool, put on the barbecue, and you're just laying there for
What are
however
you
many
guys
hours.
doing for Aussie Day?
Going to a house to sit by a pool.
Yeah.
For a barbecue.
Is it-
I'm just going to Hannah's parents. out
Hannah's
there.
parents? That's
One of
what
my parents.
You going with your parents?
Look, I'd love to do it with a group of mates and just like, whatever, but you got to work the next day. So you're like, okay, it can't be too out of control. I've got a 3-month-old, so it's like, okay, he's
Sucks when it's on a
going to be
weekday.
home mid-afternoon, so it's like, we want to get him home by mid-afternoon. But
Yeah.
he's a really good sleeper, so we'll see how he goes. But
I haven't agreed. That'd be a great day. I mean, I'm doing something a little bit different going down the coast. But one of our answers to our fans' questions that came in today, and we're going to do this one a little bit early because we're talking about Aussie Day right now,
Yep.
was do you believe we should change the Australia Day date and none of this PC bullshit? What's your honest opinions?
Thanks for that, Megs.
yeah,
So,
I'll start off.
go.
Look, I don't really care about the date. So if they want to change it, if they feel like it's an offensive day and they it's like the Redskins for Washington. Like
Hey, whoa. Can't say that.
okay, but it means like if it insults them, then why are we so attached to an actual date? It doesn't mean much to me. Like I use it as a public holiday to sit by the pool, drink a few beers, and have a barbecue. But that's what I use a day for. I don't go out, honour the flag or anything like that. As Chop drops his guts mid show.
Fucking
Yeah, I can't breathe. That one opens the door. So like I personally don't think the day means much. The actual date means much to me. Yeah, we should celebrate being Australian. I get that. We're a lucky country and all that. So move the date. I get that. Why are we celebrating a day that meant another country came to our shores and took over, essentially
Invaded. That's what they did.
Yeah.
For me, I think I agree with you. Don't really care what day it is, but this bullshit of having the day during the week, it's on a Tuesday. We have a day off on a Tuesday. I have to go to work on a Wednesday. It should just be the last weekend.
Yeah, the last Sunday of January.
In January
or
or something. So the public holiday is either
Monday's
the
a
Monday
public,
or
yeah.
the Friday.
Well, then
so
that
you get a
would solve-
3-day fucking weekend.
That would solve the issue of the actual date.
Yeah, exactly. And this bullshit. See, if it wasn't so early in the year, I probably would have given the boys and everybody the Monday off.
Yeah.
But the fact we just come back from holidays and
I
shit.
know, it's weird.
And like, we got so much work on. You're like, fuck, I can't. Like, we've got to come to work. But the other guys in the office, they gave the whole company the day off yesterday, so no one was in here, and made it a 4-day weekend, which is a great idea when you think about it. But next year it's Wednesday in the middle of the week. What the fuck? Just make it over the Friday or the Monday is a long weekend.
I agree.
So stupid.
I know as much about this topic as I do about fucking Dave Andrews and the premiere of fucking wherever he's from.
The premiere.
What is he?
Premier.
Dan Andrews, not Dave Andrews.
No, it's not.
No. Dave's good. Go with
I was
that.
like, what's he on about?
Oh, I genuinely like had that
It's
up.
Dan Andrews.
Before the show, even I was like, I'll bring up Dave Andrews. I was so confident.
I was like, who the fuck is he on about?
Yeah. Steve Morrison as
Shit
well.
name.
The PM.
Nah,
It's Scott.
Yeah, because I was like,
Scoey.
Because I was like, ScoMo. I know who ScoMo is.
That's
So you don't know much about the topic.
But like, obviously, to us, it doesn't
yeah.
affect us. Do you know what I mean? We're not the people that are upset. Are generally, the Aboriginal people because of what it's come to and all that, and we can't relate to that, or whatever.
Yeah.
So it upsets some people. So why we, so, like you said, why we so attached to it? Personally, for all these fucking years, it was on that day, and it was never an issue.
yeah.
And then the last few years, the PC police all got Instagram accounts and they all joined Facebook groups and they found like-minded people.
revolution.
And then they started making statuses and that person went, oh, I like that status. Oh, that person knows about this stuff. And man, they started talking and sharing shit and then they get a voice and now there's a whole patrol about it to change it. And now it's lost its appeal. It's not a fun day. Triple J doesn't even do the hottest 100 on that day anymore, which used to be great. Sit around the pool, you build up to, I saw a meme today. It was so funny. It's like,
Yeah.
every 5 to 7 minutes it'd be, oh, boys, tune! And it'd be that song that you like. And it was great. But I don't know why all of a sudden the last few years it's come out. Like I said, I guess it's because everyone's got a fucking voice now or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't relate to it, whatever, but I'm with you. If it does upset some people and a large majority, then all right, as a country, let's be smart
Yeah.
and change the date.
If the people that are allowed to be affected by it and offended by it feel that,
Yeah.
then we should probably change
If I go to work tomorrow and Wayne, the Aboriginal guy at work, tells me that he wants it to be changed and stuff, then I'm like, all right, Wayne, yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
But if 55-year-old Karen Parker from Mount Claremont, who has never, has silver spoon up her ass.
she shouldn't be driving the cause.
Yeah,
It's
exactly
people
right.
that
I think it's a lot of Aboriginal.
Yeah, I know,
people
and they should
driving.
be.
Yeah,
They
good,
should-
great.
Absolutely,
They should be driving it.
absolutely.
They're the ones that.
But when Karen spends most Aussie days in Roto on
Yeah.
a Sunseeker,
100%.
up until 3 years ago when everyone started getting PC and the other mums at school decided they want to start being PC.
Yep.
That's what I don't get. If for so long it was fine, so
Yeah.
then why? Who started this revolution? You know what I mean? So it pisses some people off. So all right, whatever.
Change the
But to
day.
me, I don't give a fuck. Really, make it a better day. I'm more on the side of. To me, it's always just been, like you said, the public holiday.
Yeah.
That's all I've really cared about. So why do it during the week? Like you said, it's so
Yeah,
dumb.
so dumb,
Why-
so dumb. And you know
Kill
what?
2 birds with 1 stone. Change the day and just make it, like I said,
A long
we
weekend.
celebrate in the last Sunday of the month, and the Monday's a public holiday.
It's like
or whatever it is.
It's like
Easter.
It's like most of the public holidays. The one in June is always the first weekend.
Easter's
in June.
always
Doesn't
the
matter what day
whatever
it is.
day
the
it
first
is.
weekend in June.
only Easter is on a specific day
because
because
it's that first Sunday.
no,
or-
because it's,
No,
it's
it's
last-
it depends.
Advent calendar
Yeah.
sort of. Not
but
Advent,
like it always falls on a Friday
Definitely
and a
Advent.
Sunday. it always falls on a Friday and a Sunday.
Yeah.
we know that,
Yeah.
but it's different dates.
yeah.
I
But
don't know,
every
what's it
other
based
public
on?
holiday, what?
It's based on something.
Yeah, it's a specific calendar, but
Yeah.
it's not the Advent calendar.
We get a little chocky
Yeah.
every day.
But Anzac Day is on a specific day as well. That shouldn't change because that is a
Well, you know, also,
that's
like,
a genuine day.
January 26th
And it's
doesn't
a-
even have a ring to it. Or it doesn't even sound good. 4th of July in America, you can't change it. It sounds good. 4th of July. 4th of July. It's got a little ring, 26th of January.
What do you reckon?
But-
Last weekend in Jan.
Oh, yeah, it's something. Last Sunday in general.
No, I leave January. January's already got fucking enough. Go.
And like you said, we just had a big break and all that.
Go-
It's just fucked up how moment. Like we came in yesterday, we had a really
Go to
good day
Feb.
of work.
Do it in Feb.
Feb, nothing's on.
Nothing's on. Everyone's
Fuck
back to work.
Valentine's Day.
No, genuinely, fuck Valentine's, Day.
Yes.
That's the made-up day.
Yeah, that's a hallmark day.
yeah.
Love you.
It is Hallmark Day cards. That's how it started.
So what do you get? Like Valentine's Day? Do you buy presents?
Nah.
Yeah, same.
I'd rather buy a present because it's Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
than
There
do
you
it for
go.
Valentine's
I'd
Day.
buy it the day after or the day before and,
And
go.
I don't, I'm not saying I do over the top romantic shit, but like every now and then, buy
You're a
some-
hopeless romantic.
Yeah, and like I'd rather just keep love all year. I don't
Yeah, we
need a
love
specific
love.
day. I love love.
That's it. Nothing
That's
wrong with
it. But
that's
I
how
always
you
I'll do flowers. I always make sure there's something on
You
the
gotta
day.
have something
Because if I don't, then
you don't.
like-
You don't. Yeah. You don't want to be caught
but Hannah's sister always sends something to Hannah anyway, just in case I forget.
off on your
Nah,
behalf.
she said it in her wedding speech.
Oh,
Ellie does that. I was like, oh.
Nah.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't care. I still don't care, and I just want to know why all of a sudden some people care. And I just think it's just because they're all just it's a new topic. It's a hot topic.
Well,
it
it's
was
a-
row 8 for a while. They didn't want to fucking build row 8.
I
And
got.
there's always
I got a
something
feeling
people.
people are bored.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just about to say, people
Right.
are bored with their lives, so they just need something.
So it gives them purpose. I get
Absolutely.
that, but you can find purpose in other things. I don't get why you have to like. You bring up that row highway, that row 8, whatever it is. Someone told me the other day it is like 1 or 2% of those wetlands that they were going to take, use it to build the road. So 1 or 2% of something that nobody ever goes to, ever
Yeah.
visits.
You actually can't. It's just bush.
It's bush, right? And it would have solved an issue like you drive these major highways with these 18-wheelers
Yeah.
around. That's not safe.
that part of row highway, 'cause I'd go there often. It's fucking horrible.
Oh.
And then you come even like Leach Highway, all those spots. It's terrible there. So yeah, it's just the flavour of the month. It was what was hot, and now it's just sort of stuck. But it's just lost its appeal. I thought it was because maybe we've gotten a bit older, and but that's not true because even the last like few years when they had the Triple J and all that, it was a day of it. Now it's just become half your friends, not really our friends, but half the people are against it. The other half are
there's
just
people-
posting,
there's-
using the day to post shit about awareness for it, and it just loses
There's people
the
I
fun.
work with that, they'll get on their high horse about this. So they'll say, no, I'm not celebrating. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm against it and all that. And then we'll go and do something that's completely contradictory to the actual, like, if you've got this mindset with this day, you should have it across everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But you choose this day to go against, and that's good. Like you whatever. It's for a good cause. But what about the other ones?
Yeah, I know.
So like I get it. Like change a date, all that crap. Like I don't like it, to be honest. I don't read about it. It's not something that occupies my mind. But I genuinely think if you do have an offence to it, and you should, and you're allowed to, then we should change it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a great question because I think a lot of people feel very similar to that, and obviously
Some people might have been offended by our views because people just choose to get offended by fucking everything. So
Yeah.
who knows?
fuck, that'd be a tough life to live.
That's
if you
what I
got
think.
offended at everything.
Sometimes-
Fuck, you couldn't
and
walk outside your door.
Sometimes I want to stoop low, like on Twitter, and like reply to him, but I'm not going to ever be that person.
I did that
goes
once. I got into a brawl.
No, you
I
did,
got,
Damon. You lie. You did
that
it.
guy. The
Do you know what-
Trevor
what-
Lawrence thing?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? It was-
No. Your post
That's
on
sick.
Chic.
Yeah, sick one. Yeah.
trying to think what it was. I had a Twitter argument with some guy. I think it was during AFL season. Oh, Collingwood, when Collingwood beat the Eagles here, and then he was just this guy was going off and it was popping up in my feed. So I was like, I'm going to reply to him. He said, yeah, 2018's also aged really well as well. And he got so offended. He's like, what you keep bringing up the past for, man? It's all about we won this. I said, you're going to get done by 10 goals the week after by Geelong, and they got done, they got pumped. I was like, it doesn't matter. We beat you in the grand final.
It takes energy to be offended by
That's what I mean. Sometimes
So
I just want to
offended.
write there and just be like, so what brings you joy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I can't imagine you watching a comedy because there'd be a slight joke that would get offended. Like, what makes you laugh, or do you not laugh? Like
So-
these Karens and all these with the people
So
that are
when
offended.
you sit around your friends, when you're usually joking about something, it is taking the piss out of something.
Yeah.
So it's at someone's expense or something's expense. Like there's never a funny moment that's not at the detriment of someone else.
Or something exactly.
Like
There's a-
Chop. Like
there's a
you Chop
part of
does
it-
something stupid, we pull the piss out of him.
Yeah.
He probably feels like a lesser person for that minute, but he should have a sense of humour and move
How's
on.
this fucking reverted back to me?
I'm using you as an example.
You give shit to Adam and he doesn't talk to you for a week.
That's right. That's right.
We all have our techniques.
Yeah. No, I talk to you, but I just give
just
you
angry.
I make sure you know.
Like when I
know.
said you were cute.
You know when there's,
everything I said
when
for
there's
the
a
rest
full
of the day.
stop at the end of the reply.
He gets so heated when you only send him when he sends you
So if
something.
you double tap
And he
you
only
do
gives
that
you the
love heart,
emoji.
go fuck yourself. That is not a response.
he sent me this thing yesterday. He's like, sending an emoji is not a
So
response.
the fat Jew,
Yeah.
he put out something. I've seen it before, but it like goes the love heart, the exclamation points on iMessage, right? The thumbs up, whatever.
Yeah.
When you double tap something and you use that, that's not a response. And I agree with that because for me, I went out of my way to send you something. I thought of you, right? At least have the common decency to respond back, even if it's just a ha ha ha, right?
But I'd rather no response
Then
than
that.
the double click.
Yeah. If you no respond, I understand. Busy.
Yeah.
All right, got whatever.
I know you saw it, whatever.
Whatever,
yeah.
okay. Some things happen. You get busy, you lose track, whatever. But if you took the time to double tap, you have the time to respond.
Ha,
Ha.
I'm good with the laugh face emoji. That's my little.
Yeah, but the laugh face emoji, I get it. Like
There's effort to that.
The emojis, like you got to find it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that double tap is the lazy response. And like if you want to be lazy, that's fine. But you know,
now I just do it because I know he's going to
But
piss
now
him off.
I'm going to stop sending you things. So, no
Yeah,
more
he
content.
said that, but
right.
he keeps sending me stuff.
no, you don't know. He went on a week. I didn't send him shit. I sent random stuff. He doesn't know, right? You miss out on all this comedic gold.
I'm so busy during the day. I'm not saying you're not.
Like we're all busy.
Everyone's is. But
Make
I
time
I
for
Oh, we all
people that you
shit. We all
care
go
about.
for a poo. A poo.
That's when I do
When
my
you do a
best-
poo,
that's when I do my
you
best work.
I guarantee, not a guarantee, but 98% chance when I wake up in the morning, there's something from Roos
Yeah.
or Brendan Bull on Instagram. Every 5 to 7
See,
minutes, I get something from Brendan.
Brendan sent his at like 1 a.m. I send mine at 5:30.
Yeah.
So I'm
Wake up,
Bang, check,
morning
little.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Send it to Mule.
Yeah.
Right.
Nucci sends me a lot of golf shit
Yes,
every
mate.
morning.
No, but it's for me. It's like I like that double tap. I'll use it on people I don't want to talk to. Right. So none of my close mates I ever use that. But like with people like that are at work and they send it like fuck.
It's
shut
good
up.
on Instagram.
Double tap.
You know how like on WhatsApp now you swipe the message and you reply directly to that message?
That's beautiful.
So on Instagram, pardon. I thought I got it.
Are
in
you
time.
kidding me?
I turned.
That's 2 weeks in a row now.
No, last it was a fart.
Yeah.
I turned as well.
Apologise to the listeners.
Why? It's fucking, they can't smell it. I
it's
didn't do it in
alright.
front of them. Sorry. I actually did turn my hand then. but
Damon did that in his vows at his wedding.
I actually had to turn away. a little bit. Now I forgot what I was going to fucking say.
Well, because you
All right, you're
burp
talking
like a
about
pig.
WhatsApp. You slide across.
Yeah, so sometimes on Instagram, if the couple messages have been sent, you have to like, I'll double tap that one to acknowledge that I'm responding to that message. But you follow it up with the response. Yes.
Yes. You say you've acknowledged that, but then here's the my comment.
Rebuttal. Yeah. I'm with you.
That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious.
I don't know how we got into that, but can you put your portfolios away,
I'm
please?
putting up news, mate. I want to see
Chop
this.
wants Damon to know how much money he has.
No, I don't. I'll refresh that. But I was going to say something. Then you burped. I literally had something. In
I was
mind
talking
and
and I burped.
absolutely disgraceful. Just burped something. But no, Aussie Day today. That's what I was getting to. Playing at Coast, Modif Boys, their third gig in 4 days.
Don't steal
Killing
the
it.
laptop.
It's sold out. The laptops are in a safe and secure place. We got a lot of feedback on that story.
Yeah, why were they just hanging around?
They weren't just hanging around. I saw where it was because I was there on Sunday.
Yeah.
I saw where it was. You had to literally go into the area to
Yeah, but
steal
wasn't
it.
there anyone in that area?
No, only DJs, which is what
so
it
no
should
one
be.
was watching the laptop.
No, well, you shouldn't have to. If the DJs are performing on the day and the guy's a promoter, you shouldn't have to watch any laptop. Jesus. Anyway, so the guy went and bought this like army crate. It's like state-of-the-art secure army crate where now he puts all his gear in so no one steals it. I was like, okay. But no, sold-out show at Coast today. It's going to be Ripper.
Well, yesterday by the time people hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's
Or
true.
yesterday. So that's what we're doing.
So you
today.
don't go, when you listen to it,
Don't
don't
go to
to
Coast.
it.
Yeah.
Or go to Coast because Coast are one of my clients. They're fantastic people down
They're
there.
open
Go there.
during the week and stuff.
They are. They're open for coffees, lunch. Go
to
down
Coast.
there.
And is
Great
that
place.
anywhere near Bathers Beach? Bikini Beach. Bathers.
No, Bavies is in the middle of Fremantle. It's along the front there. So yeah, it's about 5 minutes from there.
Chop,
Yeah.
what?
So this is where
I've been to
do
one.
you know
gig
Bib and
there.
Tucker is?
Yeah, those apartments.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
around the bend there. So heading towards where Fnatic used to have the beach parties.
Correct.
Right there.
Sure.
You can't miss it. But
Chop,
no,
what's your music today? What do you play?
house. It's all
Okay.
about house music.
So do you have a tune when you DJ?
Mm.
How often do you DJ now?
I only do really the bigger events these days. There's not really much club nights.
Right, how many
to
have
go
you
to.
done in the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
Not including.
Probably 2 or 3.
Not including.
2 or
weddings.
3. All right. Do you have a song that you will play in every set?
No, because it's different. But this is the tune I'll be playing today.
You got to show me love.
No, that's a great tune.
Someone asked a question actually,
Go.
and he was going to say, with the Triple J Hottest 100, what you guys' best ones were. And I thought about it. I was like, I've known you guys for a while. I can't imagine you guys would ever really know of any that would stand out. It's not really your type of music. But then I was thinking, what would be your go-to music? I know you listen to that house noise.
House noise.
What are you? You just the old stuff, really, hey?
Nah. Like the old stuff, it's for a certain event type of.
Sorry, if you're driving, are you podcast or are you
Podcast.
music? Yeah, same.
But if I do put on music,
What is it?
It'll be like top 40, like current hits.
Yeah, right.
And I'll genuinely not know 98% of them.
None of them, hey.
And like, okay, let it play. Sometimes they get a bit annoying. I usually like a little bit of Ed Sheeran or that James Arthur guy, you know.
Ed Sheeran.
No.
This is a song for today.
Noise. Hey, hey. What
good
kind?
tune.
So what's this called?
Vocal house music.
Wait, was that the same song or 3
Same
different
song.
songs?
Just skip through it.
It's
Good
always a similar beat and then just a female voice.
Yeah, house.
That's what house is.
So the joke was just to
We're gonna be
always
vibing.
we like just Chops DJ pretty much our whole, young adult into adult.
This is a dirty drop.
We never thought that we
How
thought
Bruce, here
this.
comes a drop apparently.
This is a drop.
Okay.
I can see your whole world.
That's a disappointing drop.
Anyway, we used to always think that the song never changed. Like it was
Yeah,
just one
exactly.
song for 40
So you
minutes.
know why? That's a good mix. That's what that is, guys.
Just a back.
And I know the Moth and a few other DJs are listening. That's a good mix, guys. All right. But no, it should be a good day. Weather's not too hot
Chop, do
today,
you
but
DJ with your shirt off?
I have in the past.
Boat parties or
Yeah,
at
boat
festival?
parties and that. Not at festivals, but I used to, when I did the ministry shows back in the day at Villa, which was a lot of good memories there, I used to DJ in a singlet because I just used to get that fucking hot
Yeah, singlet.
and sweaty.
I play singlet.
So do you allow groupies up on when you're DJing?
Oh, you let people behind you, but it's distracting as well because you get some dickheads that think it's their like priority. Like you'd be mixing and their hands would be over. What the fuck you doing? Like stand over there and be out of the way. But
Do you take requests?
fuck no. If you come up to me and ask me to play a song, I will probably spit on you.
I'd get a water pistol.
Yeah,
Let's
so
just get a
there's
sprayer,
nothing
just
worse.
spray
There is
everyone.
nothing worse for a DJ that's not it's not a club night. This is an event today. So the DJs, everyone's got set times you're playing. For someone to come up to you and go, I want to hear this song, play Scrubs by TLC or some bullshit. You're just like, shut the. It is a good song, but not the right time. Shut the fuck up. Don't ask. Go. It's not a request, DJ.
Hypothetically, you're out. You've been a DJ for many years.
Yes.
You've got your eye on a few girls at the event. If one of the girls comes up to you and says they want to hear a song, what do you say to them?
Well, back in the day,
Yeah.
not like if it happened today, they'll be
No,
getting a nice
back in the-
finger and telling them
Back
to
in
fuck
the day,
off.
A nice
you know,
finger.
you know, like you know
Oh,
this.
it's just the
you know
middle
this
finger,
girl.
the rude finger.
You know this girl.
Fuck
You've
off.
been trying really hard. You're attracted to her. She comes up and she requests a song. What do you do?
If it doesn't fit in my set, no.
Can you play the Salmon Dance by Chemical
No,
Brothers?
see, shit like that.
Sure,
I sort of know.
Fucking one of us.
I already know what I'm sort of playing today. I've got like, probably 20 tunes that I like. So I've got them into like a playlist that I know I'm going to do. I'm going to mix it. So if someone comes up to me and there's something that doesn't really fit, they just get, yeah, I'll play that soon.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
But for me, DJing, you're concentrating a lot. It's not just up there, you're just fucking around. Like, you're actually concentrating on, you look at the crowd, what are they doing? Do they like that song? If they don't, great. What have I got next? Because I've got to mix out of this quickly. Or, is that song working? You're concentrating. It's a lot to it than just going up there and just going, all right, I'm just going to play these 14 songs and then walk off. Like, if you're good at what you do, you read the crowd, you understand where they're going, what they want, and then you go from there. But
The vibe.
it's a vibe.
It's the vibe.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into Answer the Fans.
Yeah, let's
I think
do
we've
it.
got to do it. We've got some great questions again this week. So some of them a bit of a mixture. So we'll start off. We've already answered that one for Megs. Here we go. This one comes from Simon from Short Order Burger. Great fans of the show, and we're hoping
Will be a future sponsor as well.
Will be. We're gonna get some. We're gonna talk to Simon, see if we can get him on. Maybe tee up some things with Short Order. But they just opened a place down in Fremantle as well, a brand new store.
Oh, nice.
So if you're in Fremantle, go check them out. Great burgers.
Great
Probably the best burgers in Perth, I think. So the question is, what do you imagine yourself doing 10 years from now? That is a fucking big one.
You know what? I tend to, when I'm not daydreaming, but look ahead.
Mhm.
I feel like in 10 years' time, I'll have a few properties, one in Scotland, one in Southwest, right, of WA. I'll be in one of those. I'll have a couple of nice cars, and I'll probably have another kid at that time. Like, I'll have two.
Are you aiming for 2 or more?
Two.
2.
I'm happy with two.
I'm happy with 2 as well.
And I'll probably, ideally, I'd like to 3 or 4 times a year go out with the boys on my boat, just the boys. We're on the boat, chilling out. We make sure we do it every quarter and live it up. So work hard for the next 9 years so I can do that in the 10th year.
Beautiful.
Go, Loshy.
Pending legalities, I'm really hope it is legal by then.
legalities.
I'd love to be a legal grower and harvester of marijuana because I do really enjoy it and
And you're good at it.
I'm good at it.
And it should be legal.
And it should be legal. But no, I seriously would like to do that. Like I have that part of it, the growing side of it and stuff.
Do you feel
that.
like you need to get a horticulture degree?
No, there's some things you got to do. I've been looking into it. It's not that hard. But I would like to have some property. I want to have my property big enough that I need a ride-on
hard.
mower.
Yeah.
Need a ride-on
Well, that's
mower.
my, like in Scotland.
See, I'd love
you'd
that as
have
well.
I want to have somewhere out in WA still, like in Perth, around like the hills or something like
Yeah.
that. Bit secluded, so you can, because you have to have security measures and
privacy,
stuff.
yeah.
And just tend to my yard and my harvest and everything and just do that. Probably have, in 10 years, so...
You reckon in 10 years
Probably
they'll legalise like people growing?
6 kids by then, I reckon. So we'll have, 6
6 kids.
I'm joking, bro. My missus
Do you know,
she had 6 kids.
if you knew Losh before, I remember having this conversation with you a few times. You guys weren't really keen on kids. It wasn't anything. But now I've seen how clucky Hannah's got with all the babies. So I reckon he pops one out in the next year.
I won't. She will.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, jeez, I
Oh,
don't know.
At the moment.
You might Arnold Schwarzenegger it.
At the moment, I might be. But no, I'll just keep busting nuts.
mowing the lawn is a critical part in that 10 years.
I just want to have like decent property. I want to have property where I just stay there and look after it.
So that's what I like.
And then,
then obviously
and then
the
you
money-
have friends and
My,
stuff.
my thinking is
People just have a real entertaining thing. Have
where we can have people over.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's not small. You're not cramped.
no, exactly.
There's things to do. There's
Yeah.
activities.
Yeah, like your parents' house.
Yeah.
Like just you could have 150 people there, and some of them wouldn't even see each other because they'll be on the
Yeah.
other side. And I want to have a little cricket pitch that's perfect for slot box, so we can just do it there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Have a little pavilion afterwards that we can all have the after party.
Yeah, ideally in 10 years, we should be going to each other's houses every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
rotating through.
Rotating through. No,
10 years will sneak up on us. That is definitely my long-term plan.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, I hope that I'm on the way to achieving that.
100%.
I'm gonna not.
And
flip it.
sorry, I'd love to be getting paid to do this, what we're doing right now.
That's
Twice a week.
You took the words out
Twice
of
a
my mouth.
week we come and do
Twice
this.
a week.
We make some money from that, and then the rest of the week.
So look, like everybody, would love to have 2 kids in the next 10 years. Be happily married, beautiful house. I'd love to have another holiday home, even though we got Mandurah.
married. I want to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, still married.
love to have a holiday home like Mandurah. I love our beach house and how my dad's done it, and we got that. We've had that in the family for
Yeah, that's great.
over 25 years now, and it's just so good to go down there. It feels like a holiday. But I agree with you guys. Having another property that you can all go away to is great. It's the best thing ever. So I'd love to have that. But in
So
terms of
what's,
business,
what's number one though, Chop?
what's number one?
Happily married with kids?
Yeah, I think that's a good goal.
So that's your focus?
I think in the next 10 years it'd be great. I've had a great, single, fun life. I've travelled. I've done a lot. I'd love to do more travelling, but God knows what's happening with Corona.
Yeah.
But for me as well, business-wise, I would hope that Studio 22 continues to grow, but it just opens up another doors for me to invest in other people's ideas and help people the way, I've been helped.
So
get
when
this business
Damon
around.
starts his,
I'll invest in that
his
in
farm.
easily.
what do you call it? Farm?
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, farm.
I'd invest in him easily in terms of that. But
Silent partner.
in terms of this, I would love to do a couple of live shows where you have an audience, we're on stage, we're not performing, but we're sitting there doing a live podcast or a live show for people and go around Australia doing that. I reckon that'd be real cool to do
Answer
with
the
this podcast.
fans in person.
Yep, exactly. On the spot, do that, do a show, discuss our lives, how we're all doing. I'd love to do a live show.
Yep.
In the next, I reckon if we get this to where we want it to go, boys, in the next 2 to 3 years, that is a realistic goal.
I just like to get.
Comedy lounge.
It's nice to get paid enough that all we have to do is just record 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
In a year's time, I want half my wardrobe to be any give and take merch.
Yeah.
We will. That is the plan for later in the year, guys. We're gonna get some merch, hoodies, stuff like that out. We're gonna bring it out. Have some funny stuff on there. Funny sayings.
Speaking of merch, we got new work shirts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I want one of those. I'm waiting.
Yeah, no, you don't want these ones.
Oh.
So we got, and on the back, because obviously I do rim repairs, and it says WA's Rim Job Specialists,
Yeah, but I want.
and it says specials lists. They spelled specialist wrong.
Oh.
And I didn't notice at first because it's just one of those words.
So I
that
didn't
just-
even look at it. As
you
soon as
just-
it
you
said rim job, I said, give me that one.
Yeah, and we're just wearing it, and then Luca, I was off sick last week, and Luca rings me and he goes, "Cuz, go and grab your work shirt for me for a sec." He goes, "Turn it over," and I properly read it. I was like, "Oh no!"
So whose
All
fault
of
was it?
The people.
Really?
Yeah. So they have to replace all of them.
Oh, nice.
So we've got a merch guy now, but they might spell it wrong.
Nah, good.
Any given toke.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's fucking hilarious. How the hell would they spell that? Surely
I know.
Surely you checked.
you check that.
I imagine Luca would have been
So
sent
I
a rough copy and not
I-
checked.
organised my dad's present from the whole family, which was an iconic sporting moment for him, and I did a plaque. I must have checked it like 30 times.
You have to.
And I actually remember him bringing back, it was like a Lee Matthews poster. This was like 15, no, it was probably 20 years ago. And he put it up, and the plaque had the stats were wrong, like incorrect. And because I knew,
Yeah, right.
like back, that was,
That's
it was for me, like I said, Dad, he's played more games, he's kicked more goals, and like it's all wrong. Like this is all wrong. And so he didn't first pick up on it because he doesn't memorize that stuff like I would. But then took it back to like, so if you're going to make a poster like that, surely you'd check that.
Just hope no one checks.
I mean, this was back when there wasn't like Wikipedia and stuff like that. Maybe it was a little bit harder.
was
but
it from
still.
Superstars and Legends? Do you remember that shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that still there, the Galleria?
Nah.
Interesting. Interesting.
All
All
right.
right. Next question. So this one comes from Carl.
Thanks for that, Simon. Mashallah.
Mashallah. This one's a relationship question. Well, he's got two here, so we'll go through them,
We've got a few relationship questions this week.
which is very interesting. Okay, what is the biggest red flag you should have picked up on at the start of a relationship that you've had?
I'll go first because I've not had that many relationships,
Okay.
like full proper. Lauren's probably like the first proper one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I learn from other people's mistakes. Let's say that. Red flag. I'm gonna say, like, they go too fast, too quickly.
What do you mean?
In bed.
No, like, yeah, well, that's my
I know
job.
that's a red flag.
what we
Fuck.
do. No, just like fast forwarding, like organising. You've met them like 2 weeks, and they're like already organising stuff in 3 months' time.
So in July, I got a book
Yeah.
plan book. Yeah.
And I'm going to this. We're going to this. Should we go to this? No. Day by day.
Take it
Piano,
easy.
piano.
Take it easy.
Slow down,
Take
take
it
it
easy.
easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I would say because I generally think fools rush in. So just take your time.
Okay.
Well, fuck. I don't even know where to start.
Damon's
little
had a few
background.
red flags.
Damon's had a few red flags, but it wouldn't surprise me that if we asked those girls, Damon would be the red flag for a lot of them.
Not true. I'm a catch. Fuck. Probably partying equal to or harder than what I was partying. It's a bit of a red flag because it was
Really? Those
Yeah.
who party together stay together.
Well, no, they don't. As someone who is
proof.
married to not that girl, yeah, that's not true. Oh man, so many. Fuck, no, not really.
I mean, the obvious ones are when you're younger, if there's a woman of the similar age that has like kids or stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that.
Do you
once.
think that's like something you should be stepping into at that time? I understand when you're older and like everyone's like,
Yeah, circumstances definitely. I was definitely very young at that time, and the kid was very old,
and how old was she? It's like younger than you.
a year younger,
Yeah.
and the kid was like, well, she was like 15 when she had him, so
And like
the kid was.
when you're young, you shouldn't be carrying that burden.
Yeah.
I understand when you're over 30 and you're a bit more mature, you don't go out as much, whatever. You can carry that because it's a different time in your life. But when you're young, carrying that,
Yeah, it's definitely a. Fuck yeah, I could go for hours.
there's heaps. No, there's.
No, there's none. I don't know. There's none.
I would think like general rudeness is a red flag.
So yeah, okay. I've never experienced that, but if we're going to talk about red flags that you should watch out for, I think early on, if you go out for dinner or whatever, you should look at the way that person, this goes both ways, treats the staff, wait staff and everything like that.
I thought you were going to say, like, doesn't go on their phone when they're with you and all that shit.
no,
Treats
no,
the
no.
wait staff.
That's
no, it's
important,
100%,
man.
yeah.
It's very
Just,
important.
and you don't have to be over the top
yeah,
nice.
but it's just like,
just courteous.
and if someone like is, rude because something goes wrong with the meal or whatever, and the way they act and the way they speak to people, and you can just sense it. They look down on them. That's a red flag
100%.
because that will reflect on their life.
My
for
one's
sure.
similar to that, but is what I just said. If you go on a date with them and they're on their phone consistently, like picking it up and replying back to people and that's a fucking red flag. straight
No,
away.
that's no.
You should-
if
if
you're
you're going
on a
on a date
date
with- yeah.
and it's like what the first, second, third, fourth date,
Yeah.
you should
Even
not be
still,
looking at your
if
phone.
I go out for dinner with Hannah, I leave my phone in the car. She brings her phone just because you gotta have a phone
Or,
on
you know,
you, whatever. In case,
phone face down, so you don't see any notifications
Oh,
popping
look,
up or anything
I
like
mean,
that.
let's be real. When you're in a relationship for a number of years,
That's different.
conversation topics aren't exactly fucking flowing, right?
But that's different. This
so
is at the start of
you're
a
having a phone at dinner and every now and then picking up, but you shouldn't be like if they're talking to you, you shouldn't be on
Yeah.
your phone.
no, you shouldn't be having another conversation
No.
by text. No, I leave my phone in the car.
Yeah,
Even when I go to dinner at Hannah's parents' house, I just leave it in the car. Just not to be distracted.
that's why you're so hard to contact.
Yeah, right. Only on Sundays.
Yeah, so
What was the
that's
second
mine.
part of that question?
Second part, I'm just bringing it up again because it disappeared with Carl and I have to go on the and give and take. The morph. But great question. I like that because there's always little red flags. Where the hell is it?
We'll happily
China,
get-
that's a red flag
China's a
Yeah.
big red flag.
with a little yellow
It is.
thing in it. Russia, no,
No.
It's Russia.
No, Russia's
Russia's blue,
white,
red,
and
red. Yeah.
I can't think of Russia's.
Reds. Morocco's got a red flag.
Okay. Here we go, guys.
I can't picture Russia's flag in my head.
This is a
Blue,
good.
white, red.
This is a good one. Good one.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the worst date you've ever taken a girl on?
Oof.
The worst date you've ever taken.
I've
a girl
never
on.
taken a girl on a bad date
That's bullshit.
because I'm a really personable guy, and I can make I'll never leave like silence. Like I'll just be like keep the conversation going. I've been on bad dates where the other person gave me nothing,
yeah.
right? But I'll always like keep it going because I talk for a living, so I have to. That's
Yeah.
probably why I can do it. But I've never taken a girl on a bad date because I always talk them to a nice dinner, a nice restaurant, nice bar. Trying to think if
I was never a big date guy.
my one was like because I was working on the weekends, it'll be Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, in Melbourne I had a couple, but a couple that just you went to dinner and they just gave you nothing.
Well, yeah.
I can't think of any like bad dates.
Oh, Chop, do you
I've
have
had
any
one-
bad dates?
I've had one bad date, and it was a Bumble date. It's probably the only date I've been on using one of those apps, and the photos were all wrong.
Oh, so she was.
She sort of catfished a little bit,
Oh, I've had that.
and I just went.
Yeah, I've
you know,
had that too.
I was polite. We went out for a drink. We met there, and I was like, I've just been duped here. But I stayed there, had 2 drinks with her. We had a good chat, and then I did what I believe was the right thing. So she replied to catch up again, and I just said, I just left it. Didn't want to lead her on. Didn't want to go. Oh yeah, maybe.
Did you
later."
reply or did you just
No,
not reply?
no reply. Just left it.
That's horrible.
That's not horrible.
Yes, it is.
No,
All you do is
no.
say, "Hey,
Say
I had
no-
a good time.
no,
I
thank
just
you."
don't think that we really are compatible. It was nice meeting you. Good luck."
Chop. Come on.
I've kind of said that at the thing. I said, yeah, look, had a great time. You know,
Was she chubby?
it isn't that she's chubby. Just her photos look nothing like
Right,
it. It was almost
airbrushed.
like yeah, big time. I was just like, you can't. As soon as you do that, you're already off on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just like, what else are you fucking not telling me?
Oh, actually, I did that once. It was similar. Where I got catfished and photos look good. All face photos.
Yeah.
This is like I only had Tinder for a few months and then sort of met not very long
Yeah,
in the same
same.
relationship. And then
That was prevalent on Tinder
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
But
It
she
was like
came out of her house.
you knew like the photos weren't.
yeah.
They're obviously going to be the best ones. That,
Oh,
like,
yeah. I thought, all right, the face,
Right.
whatever. Yeah, but then, like, she came out of the house and she had a body like a fucking bucking bull, man. Like, she was just huge. And I was like,
And
she,
look-
she had a bottle of Jaeger with her.
When
So I walked out the front with a bottle of Jaeger, going to my car. We went to
so
Scarborough.
that's the red flag.
Yeah, and I just sort of sat at Scarborough, like, chatting for like an hour. I was
Physically,
like, oh,
like,
drop
you
you home.
know, Damon and I really look after ourselves. Like we're
Yeah.
pictures of fitness here. Chop, you could do a bit more work, compared to us. So like, we don't want to be, too. We're not superficial. Like, let's put it that way.
I'm a little official.
Yeah. No, we want people to
wouldn't say
look
I'm
after
super
themselves. But the Jägermeister, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Stop drinking Jaeger when
But
I was
no,
19.
Yes, exactly. But no, I think that's a great question from Moff. So thanks, he's an avid listener. But no, that's all we got for this week. So thank you guys. for
No,
sending-
we got another question.
Oh, we got one more.
When is the right time to introduce, let's say it's your girlfriend, to the family?
Oh,
Is there a right time?
we've got relationship week.
I'm not going to say a certain date, like a certain period in the relationship, like 6 months or anything like that. I think it's when you spend probably at least 4 or 5 nights a week, or days of the week together. So either you sleep at their house, or they sleep at your house, or you go out to dinner those nights, or you hang. If you're spending at least 65 to 80% of the week with her or him, then you should. That's the time you say, okay, I'm comfortable enough to introduce her to my family.
Okay.
If you're only seeing someone once or twice a week, no.
When you're comfortable enough to fart in front of her, then you can bring her to your family.
Fucking hell.
What? That's
When you comfortable enough to fart in front of, because you've dropped bombs in certain instances where I would think that's probably you don't do that. Like we'll be sitting down at dinner. There's 4, 5, 6 of us, and you'll just drop one.
Yeah, but they never smell.
That you saw.
I'm positive. I wouldn't do them if they smell. They're
The
just
only
sound.
bloke that claims his farts don't smell.
Hannah, back me
On
up.
what
She
fucking
will.
planet do your farts?
Every
don't
now and then I'll have a bore out and then you get smelly farts for the day or whatever. But they don't.
Okay, so you when were you comfortable enough
We weren't
to fart?
even official yet, and I was farting in front of her.
So like
I think it
couple
comes
weeks
down.
in?
See, I'm very much like
3 days in, yeah.
I'm very much like I don't need to hear or see any shit. I think that affects the romance. If you're dropping farts and
Well, I
shit.
married her.
Nah. Look,
No, just me. I'm not going to go
Yeah.
shit in
My
front
dad
of...
told me-
Like, I know some boys, some of the blokes, they go, their missos in the shower and they go chuck a shit while they're in
I'll
the
do
shower.
that.
Yeah.
Nah, can't do that.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to do that.
Yes,
that
you
to
will.
me, no,
Yes,
I
you
just
will.
won't. I just won't.
I shit with the door open, mate.
Yeah, it's my
Nah.
fucking house.
Nah.
Hannah shits with the door open. Oh, fuck. Remember my dad once said
Maybe
to me,
I'm
he's
not
like,
there yet, but I
you know,
just...
all
nah.
those years I was married to him because I farted in front of Hannah. He's like, you're a pig or whatever. He's, all those years I was married to him, I've never once to fart in front of her. I was like, yeah?
Yeah,
And
look
you-
what happened
And now
now.
you guys are divorced, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to take advice from you. How's
Exactly.
that?
No, I reckon if you like no holds barred, just let it go. They're going to see everything about
what
you
am I gonna
anyway.
do? Exactly. Eventually, if I walk out of the room every time I need a fart, I'll never be in the room. with her.
No.
All right,
okay.
so
what
yeah,
I'm
when
saying
you've,
is...
when you've chafed and you fucking can't put cream on your balls, your missus does it for you.
Yeah.
that's more personal than
Wait a minute.
more personal
Why
than
can't you put the cream on the
Spots.
balls?
like little
Only
spots you can't see.
And it's
right?
nice someone else touching your balls.
Yeah. One day, Chop, you'll
No,
experience this.
'cause
My
I just
missus
would do it
IPL'd my
myself.
butt.
Hey, Choppy, turn it on its head. You've been doing one thing for God knows how long. Do the opposite. Do the George Costanza.
Start dropping your guts.
Start dropping your guts.
You've been married in 6 months.
I'm not going to do that to the I'm not going to do that to the paddle pot line. I'm not doing it to him.
Oh, the paddle pop. Chop. So you didn't answer the question.
What?
When is it the right time
Yes,
to
I haven't.
introduce a girl to the family?
I feel when you used to make it official, then
Officially give me
Oh,
a
what's
boner.
official these days?
when you go
Facebook official.
no, fuck that. No, when you have the talk and you go, look, I don't want you sleeping with anybody else. She doesn't want me sleeping with anybody else.
do you have the talk with that?
Yeah,
I,
I
thought
think
that
it
just
gets.
naturally happens.
Mine just-
Well, it does naturally happen as well, but I think it's good to outline.
When you introduce when you introduce her to someone, you say, "This is my girlfriend."
yeah,
Okay.
or this is my partner. I think I'm fucking at 33 years old, not calling her a girlfriend. I say this is just. This is my
I agree
partner.
with that. I used to say to Loz,
What the fuck?
Loz would say,
Is there a difference?
Loz would say, no, this is my boyfriend. I say, no, this is my partner.
I think
We're living in the
I
same
think-
house.
Yeah, I think you change once you get past 30. You stop calling him, hey, this is my girlfriend, this is my partner.
This is my misso.
Yeah.
Or this is the misso.
It's easy when you get engaged and it's like, this is my fiance. And then you
What did she
marry-
say? What did Hannah say about you were? I remember she said something funny.
My boy toy,
No.
And you cut to like, excuse me.
my little monkey.
What?
I think she called you like, this is my boyfriend. You were like already engaged. And you're like, excuse me, I'm his fiance.
Yeah, I've told Loz off for that.
Yeah.
We spent all that money on that ring
Yeah.
and fucking proposed to
Like
you,
your
then you still
boyfriend.
call us that. Nah.
When we were engaged, I used to introduce her as my ex-girlfriend.
That's it.
yeah.
That was the one.
This is my ex-girlfriend.
This is my
Hannah.
ex-girlfriend.
What? She's my fiance now.
Great question. So we started a segment last week, boys.
Do you remember?
Do you remember? And it got some really good feedback. So
Still
we're
got to
going to
make
ride
an
back
intro
in.
for it.
Yeah, Chop's gonna make an intro. For
We're
it.
going to do it. Yeah, I got to do it. But do you remember? So, Damon, lead us off.
I'll say my one first. And I just had a suggestion that a fan sent in. Do you remember the Sunday morning routine of when it was a little bit cold? You'd bring your blanket from your bedroom. You'd hit the couch. You'd catch the tail end of Rage, and then you'd watch video hits, and then you'd watch cartoons.
good one.
Do you remember that, man?
I was,
That
you know what my
feeling?
one was? This one? Saturday Disney.
Saturday Disney.
Saturday Disney,
See,
waking
I
up.
never brought the blanket.
Oh, well,
I just went on the
Eating?
couch because it's fucking. You got brothers. You have to get up early to get
oh,
the TV.
yeah.
But I didn't watch Rage. I
Right.
do not like sitting and watching music videos.
Oh, video hits was the
Video
shit
hits
for
was
me
the
on
shit.
Sunday.
The only reason I'd watch video hits was the last 10 minutes and then it'd lead to the NBA. I remember it'd always be the Sunday, like it was on the Sunday or Saturday morning because the NBA starts at like 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. And it'd lead into that. And it used to be on Channel 10.
Yeah, see, if you got up early enough, too early for video hits, you'd have to catch the tail end of Rage. That's what it was. And I'd wake up before my parents sometimes, be cold, so I'd grab the blanket. See, and then the Saturday routine was.
I wasn't allowed to watch. So you talk about the weekend, talk about that. I was never allowed to watch Cheese TV during the week.
No,
I had to get ready for school.
I never woke up early, so I was going to bring that up as well. I never woke up early enough. I was going to ask.
Saturday
you guys watch
Disney,
Cheese
I
TV.
used to
Saturday
love
Disney was
because
sick.
you got different cartoons. You got the Disney cartoons like Duckwing Ducks.
Yeah.
You got Chipmunks.
Yeah. But
You
see,
got
Saturday
all the-
in winter, you'd play footy as a junior. And normally the
Nah,
early
wasn't it
game.
Sunday?
Nah, Sunday.
Sunday sport was
Saturday was
senior.
Saturday was when you were a teenager.
Yeah.
You go to
When
the
you were
Saturday
juniors,
footy.
is always Sunday. Like even soccer. Soccer was Sunday
So
mornings.
the seniors use the ground on Saturdays, and then the juniors use it on.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oz kicking that used to be Saturday
Nah.
mornings.
Oh, maybe
Oz-
footy was a bit different. Like
Soccer
Chop
was
and I
Yeah,
Sunday.
played
so that's
soccer.
what. Okay, yeah. Soccer was Sundays. I know that because I used to play footy on Saturdays and then soccer on Sundays. Places at Kubinya and Perth, but footy was always on Saturdays. So Saturday Disney used to get interrupted by having to go to footy.
Oh yeah.
And
So I this is one of my. I mean, I should have said it last week when we were talking about favorite memories, but you talk about that weekend routine. So I would wake up. So Sunday morning, I'd play soccer, and in juniors, you'd always play like an earlyish game, like 8:30, 9, sometimes even 7:30, whatever. And I'd go play, and then come home, and at 10:30. The Serie A highlights would be on SBS.
Yes. And then you get the world game at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all that. So, I remember that on SBS.
Mum would be making cutlets and pasta. Like she'd boil the sauce before we go to soccer.
Yes, and there'd be the big pot, and
Right,
you knew for the
and
whole
then
week
crumb,
you're getting
bang.
pasta.
It's gone very wog.
And
on
you just
everybody.
go in halfway through, get the bread, dip in bread into the sauce, go through a whole loaf.
So that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
With my son.
Yeah.
He's taking him to his junior sport on a Sunday because that. And we talked about it last week. That was one of the best memories.
Yeah.
Like actually going to play, the smell of the cut grass,
Sausage sizzle.
the dew on the grass. Then you get a sausage sizzle after. Then you go, and then like I'd normally win, so it'd be good. I'd score a few goals, and then you go home and watch like the Serie A highlights because we didn't have live soccer, so I didn't even know the results of some of these games.
You never did. I used to find out who won the Premier League Monday night on the Premier League highlight show.
Yeah,
On
and every now and then
SBS.
now I'll like YouTube the Serie A highlights because it was the Channel 4 in England that used to do it, and that like the sound is like embedded in my brain.
Definitely.
And that guy's commentary, I think he only died like last year, or the year before, but he'd commentate the main match, and I was like, that's embedded in my brain. That guy's commentary.
Yeah, see, for me, it's that
fair one.
rage. You'd always, you'd wake up early, watch. I used to love watching music videos, and you'd just wait to see what number one was going to be.
That is very true also.
You didn't know that's
But
how
that was my one, was Saturday morning.
See, we
Saturday
played footy.
Disney.
Footy was a bit different.
Saturday Disney was sick. Used to get up, I think like 7 o'clock, sit there and just watch cartoons till like 9.
Yeah.
Saturday is like for me because Sunday I'll be playing soccer, but Saturdays was AFL.
Yeah, see, I'd get
So
home
you
from
get
footy
home,
and then put the little TV
And
in
it'd
my
always
bedroom.
be they'd fucking have the Eagles or the Dockers on,
Yeah.
right?
The fucking song at halftime
Yeah,
when they're doing the
right-
scores.
right on the tip of my tongue.
on the tip of my
If you don't know
tongue.
the scores, look away now.
But you know what shit? Because back then a lot of games would be played on the Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah.
But in WA they had to show the Eagles or the Dockers game.
Yeah, because not all the games got telecast.
Nah, no
No,
way.
they all were.
In each state.
But like they just because we were here,
Yeah, we
So
were.
you're like, and you didn't know the Halton score. You're trying to wait till quarter time. Like, what's going on? I remember when we played St Kilda, and we ended up getting 63 points down. So check quarter time. We're getting all right. We're down. Fuck, half time we're down. Like this sucks. And then 3/4 time we're in front. Like, what the fuck happened?
I know. You can't just get highlights or
Not
updates
at
that. You
all.
need to see that.
So-
So we
Or they show at halftime. Like quarter time they
Little
show the
snippet.
scores. Halftime they show a few highlights.
Yeah. If you don't want to know the scores, look away now.
So-
But we back then, TV,
okay.
like we only had 3 main stations: 7, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Or SBS.
SBS and ABC. ABC was good for after school cartoons.
Yeah,
and all that sort
that's
of stuff.
about it.
But you knew what movies were on that week. Like you
Yeah.
knew Sunday
It was
night,
built up.
6:30. There was always a family-ish sort of
Yeah.
show, and then like a action show or something at 8:30 on the Sunday night,
Yeah.
and you just knew.
But this was back in the day when every station 7, 9, and 10 would show a movie at Sunday 8:30.
Yeah, I know.
So like it was just you had to put the movie on at 8:30.
Yeah, and you just had to decide was it going to be Rush Hour on channel fucking 7
Yeah.
or was it going to be Happy Gilmore on channel 9 or
I
something
always
like that?
thought True Lies was every 6 months.
There was a few movies that I felt like this movie's always fucking on. Like,
All right, so do you remember it's going to be a new segment? If you've got any things you want us to discuss
Was that
and talk about,
no,
send them through.
We did have a fan one he actually brought up. Do you remember the lolly wall at Target? Do you remember we used to be able to go to Target?
Oh yeah, you used to
And
have
get the
the
mix and
scooper,
match.
mix and match,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
get the
Get the
cup.
cup.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
another good one. That is another good one.
For
But we'll
the
just
movies, we'd go there, get a big cup,
yeah,
and then go there.
Yeah, speaking of movies, like to get lollies,
yeah,
you'd always go to the shop first to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
them.
yeah.
And then did they bring a rule that you couldn't bring outside
That's
shit
never a rule. Everyone thinks it is. It's like, I think you just can't have like smelly food.
It is
Yeah.
100% a rule.
Nah.
You can't bring
You can't
shit.
bring food.
Yeah,
like smelly food. Like
they don't want
Macca's.
no. So they want you to buy stuff
You're
from
allowed
the
to bring
candy
you
bar.
100%. You're allowed to walk in there with a bag of lollies and go in there.
Nah, I reckon you're.
You cannot stop someone from bringing.
Yes, you can, because they want you to buy the lollies from their fucking stand.
it's
They don't
not.
want you bringing in lollies.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
I reckon that's bullshit.
No, it's a myth.
Anyway, send us in your questions. Send us in anything you want us to reminisce on, but we're more than happy to do it, so don't be afraid to send those in.
Beautiful.
Now, boys, it was the championship weekend.
Oh.
AFC, NFC, an upset as far as I'm concerned in Tampa Bay.
No, it wasn't upset. Yep.
Yeah.
Brady's going to another Super Bowl. A ridiculous stat here. He's nearly shooting 50% in his career to make the Super Bowl. He's got a better average than Steph Curry does of shooting threes and making.
He's a better chance of making a Super Bowl
than
than
Steph Curry.
Curry is hitting a 3-pointer.
This
That
week,
is nuts.
And he's so people know, Steph Curry is probably the best 3-point shooter.
He's number two all time now.
Yeah,
Just past Reggie Miller.
But
Yeah,
even
for
if
the
there's someone
percentage.
with a better field goal percentage, he's the best, like, just a sweet stroke. Anyway. But you're right,
after
Chop.
this Saturday, after this week, next weekend, sorry, after this Super Bowl, Tom Brady would have participated in 18% of Super Bowls ever.
That's fucking nuts.
Every
He's a goat.
fifth-
He's a goat.
he's
This
30
season just proved he's a goat. To
Win
take-
or loss in the Super Bowl
to
doesn't
take a
matter.
team-
Yeah.
He's 33 and 11 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
His win tally is double the next best.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
Since
do
he
what
was
he's
37 years old, he's got the most playoff wins.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be
more playoff wins since turning 35 than any other QB in his entire career. That's ridiculous. So
Aaron
Father
Rodgers
Time.
and Drew Brees have been in the NFC for a combined of 35 years.
Played
And
in the
they've
same-
each won one NFC championship game. Brady's done it once in
You
one.
know what? It's like watching that first half because like we got up at 4:00. Now, watching that first half, you're like, he's just wound back time.
Yeah.
So
The way he hit Evans,
hitting everything
the way
like
he hit
right,
Godwin,
and then
that
he's
was
like,
just
he's
great.
playing awesome. You know, the Bucks were moving the ball well, like they were restricting Green Bay somewhat. Then the second half, dog shit.
3 picks. And
3 picks, but he went back to being a 43-year-old. Now, like we'll preview the Super Bowl over the next couple of weeks, but is Tom Brady at the point now where is he going to be the guy in the first half or the guy in the second half in the Super Bowl? Because he's playing against currently the best
Because
quarterback.
Mahomes is a big second half guy. We know
First
that.
half for
The
me,
comeback king.
I think Tampa Bay get a bit of a lead. This is my early prediction. Tampa Bay will get a bit of a lead. Mahomes comes back in the second half exactly like he did last year against San Fran.
Fuck,
So-
last year he did it in almost every playoff game.
Yeah, and he literally did it in the last 8 minutes.
Did it to
Remember
the
we were
Titans,
watching that?
Did it to
As-
the Houston Texans as well.
Yeah.
And then in the Super Bowl.
We talked about Rodgers just a little bit with his record, but he's had some not bad, bad playoff losses. Not bad in terms of like he was pathetic or
No,
anything
but
like
they
that,
were
but
hurt.
just a lot. Like
Yeah.
this year, they've set themselves up. They were the 1 seed. They had it was at Green Bay. He's been beaten way too many times at Lambeau than he should have.
He's played. It'd be more seasons that he hasn't played playoffs and has he?
He's played more seasons playoffs than
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. But almost every year he'd been in the playoffs.
Oh, it'd only
They've
be
been-
like if they didn't make the playoffs, it was because he was injured.
Yeah.
Not
But he's been pretty
when he's been
consistent.
fully fit, they've made the
Yeah.
playoffs every year.
But just only ever won one.
Just like, every now and then he came in like he was playing because he was always when he was at Green Bay, except for that 1 year. But even that 1 year when they won the Super Bowl, he had to come from the 6th seed and win 4 road
Yeah.
playoff games.
But this was
But
through Lambeau.
he's never had a team that was like the best team. So he's had to bring them along.
What he's
I reckon is one of the greatest injustices is that the Green Bay didn't build it. They had essentially the best quarterback. Like, he's the best at the quarterback position and has been through his career. They haven't built a team to take advantage of that.
Yeah, like let's just say that like Dallas went and did. Drafted CD Lamb, got Amari Cooper, got Gallup, just build a bit of offense around
Like, they
him.
got Devontae Adams, I get it. He's probably the number
yeah,
one wide
yeah,
receiver.
but like you chuck another good wide receiver
Yeah,
in
But
that
last
team.
year,
Good tight
so
end.
last year in the NFC Championship game, they gave up 186 yards before contact.
Yeah.
They got moosed by the 49ers. They got embarrassed. They go to the draft, and in the first round, you draft Jordan Love at quarterback. Well, what's that?
No, see,
That's why I don't get it. Why get Jordan Love? He's not. Jordan Love's good, but he's not.
I think that's
a
why. I
generational.
think
this is what the problem with Green Bay is. They don't have an owner.
Yeah,
It's
Or
owned by
the fans all own it.
like, it's membership based.
Yeah, but I'm sure the fans want it. I think
Yeah,
every
but you
Green
can't-
Bay
as
fan
a
wanted
fan,
offense.
You can't make a move. Like, the owner can just go, no, fuck that.
Yeah,
We've
it's
got
dumb.
the best quarterback. I'm getting rid of that general manager. I'm putting another win. Like, Green Bay's like general manager will be there for like 10, 15 years. Even their coach, like Mike McCarthy, was there 10 years. Like, he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been someone that had held on to his job as long as he did.
Yeah.
For what the results
yeah.
were.
10
So-
years and one Super Bowl, and
Well, you have the best quarterback. Imagine like having Michael Jordan, you're Phil
Yeah, I
Jackson, and you only win one title.
it's
Like-
like I said, it's injustice to Rodgers' career.
Yeah.
Well, this is the ongoing debate now. I think he's sort of saying, I've got a couple years left in this league. I want to go to it. That's why what he said afterwards is plain and clear to me. He's leaving Green Bay.
Yeah,
They're gonna do a
He's
trade.
gonna try. He's gonna
He
try.
was ready to leave when they drafted Jordan Love last year.
Yeah, but they got along. From all accounts, they got along this year. He really took him under his wings.
Because he's not that kind of guy, Rodgers. He's not like he's cool. He's a nice guy, whatever.
Yeah, but
like good interview.
But he knows he's good.
He's a competitive beast.
Yeah,
he's not happy that
he
they
knows-
drafted
he-
Jordan Love.
he knows he's good.
They should have been in the Super Bowl. There's no way. Lambeau, home ground. They played good all year. They have a
He's
good
been
team.
great all year. He's MVP.
They should have made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I get like the Bucks. They got a lot of weapons and like.
But
whatever.
that to me shows, and that was my point I didn't get to before, how good Tom Brady actually is. He's going to a new team, new offense, new players. The only person he's brought down with him is Gronk to give him some cohesiveness, and Gronk's been used as more of a blocking tight end this year rather than a receiving tight end. And he's got him to the Super Bowl. Off 3 away playoff games they had to play and get there.
Yeah. No
That is
preseason,
phenomenal.
no
No
COVID
preseason.
year, all that sort of
no
shit,
gelling.
like-
Fucking phenomenal. Greatest of all time. Probably one of the greatest athletes of all time now.
Has to
yeah,
be.
he's
Yeah.
in the GOAT conversation, whatever you want to do it. But like I
He's not the best player. So Jordan was like
Yeah.
the best and the greatest. Brady's just the greatest. Rodgers is probably the best. You know, like there's other guys that
Yeah,
are more
that-
skillful, but he just ball it all up,
He's a
clutch,
winner.
everything. He's just great.
Can
He's
you
the
really
greatest.
say that though about Aaron Rodgers? I
Skill
think
wise, I'm talking actual quarterback skills, throwing the ball and all that. Aaron Rodgers is.
well,
one
I
of the-
think Mahomes eclipses all of them.
Yeah,
Potentially,
in
yeah.
2 to 3 years, it's going to be Mahomes. No worries. At the moment, we're still 3 years into Mahomes' career compared to Rodgers' 12 or 15, whatever
Speaking-
it's years. But Mahomes is definitely on his way to being both. Maybe.
speaking of Mahomes, so
I just want to go back to Packers first.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
4th down.
Oh, yeah, we have to talk about that.
It's the last quarter.
Now let's talk about the two plays.
Rodgers run.
So there was the play at the end of the first half.
I'll bring up that 4th down play.
No, the play at the end of the first half. So there's 8 seconds to go. Tampa Bay's on their 30 or 40 yard line. 8 seconds, no timeouts. If you're Green Bay, and someone compared it, and exactly right, to the Jets play against Oakland,
When they rushed?
right?
No.
So they compared it like, okay,
Why blitz?
what? No, but it wasn't. It was 100% the cornerback's fault. Just protect the deep ball. Keep him in front of you. Because if he throws it and he catches it midfield, whatever it is,
And he gets over the top.
he's going to lose at least 6 seconds or 7 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever it is. So then they've only got a couple seconds after that. They don't have any more timeouts.
Yeah.
They're not going to keep him out of the end zone. Yeah, he get that. So that's 7 points. That's a difference in the game.
Great
then-
throw. Great catch.
Then that 4th and 1, not 4th and 1, because it was 4th. It was 3rd and 9.
It was 4th and a bit.
No, it was. They were on the 9 yard line.
Yeah, 4th and 5
So
or something.
okay, now, granted, we're not coaching, whatever like that. But in that period of the game, so there was just over 2 minutes to go. You had all your timeouts. And before that third down play, it should have been communicated to Rodgers. He should have known this, or it should have been talked about within the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and Rodgers to say, we are going to go for it on fourth down. So it doesn't even matter if we score.
Sorry, it's third down.
No, yeah, but that's what we're talking
Because
about.
they kicked the field goal.
Yeah,
They kick the field goal
yeah,
on fourth down.
Yeah, but like on the third, before the third down play, they should have said, we're going to use all 4 downs here to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
So on that third down play, if Rodgers had known he had another play after that, he probably would have rushed and got as close as he could.
And picked it up.
Right, he could have got 6 yards, even if he doesn't get in the end zone.
It's fine. You got another set
You got another 6 yards. Then you're 4th and 3
And you got another
on the
set
goal
of
line.
downs.
No, not on. It wouldn't have.
But I'm saying then you convert that 4th and 3 and then...
No, but it was 4th and goal. It was 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. I got it here.
Right.
I got it here. Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
But even there, that's a panic, man.
There.
He's got a whole
Oh,
paddock.
no.
Like, why wasn't he thinking about
No,
just hitting
here,
that?
here's why. Here's why. This guy here, 80 would have got him. 80 would have covered
but
that
that's-
eye.
so-
Go back.
So no, that's what I'm.
you keep going. If he keeps going straight
Here we
to the
go.
corner.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, but 80 gets him. 80 gets him.
All right, but it
80's
doesn't matter.
quick.
It doesn't
Look,
matter.
80
Look.
gets him.
But then that's fine. He'll get to at least a 2 or 3 yard line, and
Exactly.
then you're 4th and 3.
And then,
4th
and then
2.
you're going for touchdown.
yeah, but
Instead
that's
of 4th and
but
6 or 4th and
if you
whatever
if
it
you
was.
had the mindset
4th and
of
8, sorry.
Here we
you
go.
had
Here we
told
go
him-
again. The replay.
If you had told him,
He's gone to Devante.
you have the 4th down play.
Slide.
Just get as many yards as you can
Exactly.
on the third. Get as close
Do you,
enough.
do you reckon this is holding?
Nah, it's not holding.
Do you reckon that's holding?
Nah,
Fuck,
nah.
that's a jersey grab there.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
look,
slight
they
in-
didn't call a lot on that game except for that last passing
until the
interference. But that is what I like. That's what frustrated me the most. First of all, they should have looked at that set of 4 downs as we're going to try and go for a touchdown.
Why not?
Because even if you turn,
There's only 2 minutes 15 to go.
Yeah, but if
And
you
you're down by 8.
But okay, the
if
only,
you turn it over,
They've got
if
3
you turn it
timeouts.
over,
That's what they're
if
thinking.
you're turning over on downs, right? You still have them on your fucking. If you take those yardage, you've got them on their on the 3rd yard line. They're going to be restricted about what they can do.
More than likely they're going to punt.
And then you can use your 3 timeouts and then go for another try.
Yeah,
And go for
you're going to
touchdown
get it
again.
back at the
So
45 or 50.
this is what they're thinking,
And,
right?
you know?
This is what they're thinking. So that
We know what
was
they're
a
thinking,
pass
Chop.
incomplete. They got
But
a 2-minute warning as well, so they would have had 4
but Chop,
timeouts.
this is the thing.
If he
Green
had
Bay,
known, yeah.
it doesn't matter if you kicked a field goal on that play or you didn't.
Mm.
You had to score a touchdown
Yeah.
in with whatever time was remaining
They
in that
got-
game.
it was
you
8
have
points.
to score a touchdown.
Mm.
So why not go for the touchdown when,
When
you're
you're
on the
at-
fucking goal line?
Yeah. I
There's no
agree.
difference between losing by 8 or losing by 15 if they go
But
up
that's-
and score.
Who cares?
Who cares?
You've got to score a
You
touchdown.
have to score there.
I never liked that age. So many people do. So many people do. That.
It was-
Oh,
it
we'll
was-
kick a field goal and then we'll try to get
It
the
was
ball
a
back.
bitch.
But then what- I don't
It was
get
a
the
ball.
bitch move.
Bitch
It was
move.
coward.
Yeah.
And you know what? That coach,
Lafleur.
you know what? He's not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm calling
No.
it now.
I
He
agree
will
with
never
you.
win a
I
Super
agree.
Bowl.
Yep.
He's not brave enough. He's not like that's got
Because
to.
then on the other on
When
the
the
other
moment
side of
called
this,
for it, you weren't aggressive enough.
at
Hang
all.
on, hang on. Here's
But
the thing as well. Let's say they go for it on 4th down and don't get it. They would have been, let's say,
But that's what-
hypothetically.
That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
And you still got
They would have been pinned at the 1.
2-minute warning and 3 timeouts.
But then now they've done this, and they've gone, oh, we'll kick the field goal, and then we'll give the ball back to Tom Brady, the greatest playoff player ever. Who's going to ice the game? Brady's not giving you the ball back with 2 minutes to go.
No, but
No.
even if okay, you should have the mentality that we got to score a touchdown at some point. Use the 4 downs. We're on the fucking goal line. Use the 4 downs.
We're in the fucking red
if
zone.
if they were 3rd and 10 and at their 30-yard line, fucking fine. And you don't
You're
get that
in the red zone.
right? You're in the fucking you're in the red zone. You're on the goal line. Use those 4th downs to get as close to that line as possible.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully score a touchdown. If you don't score a touchdown, you turn the ball over on downs. You're on that.
You pin him there.
Right?
Pin them there.
That they can't do it. They can't run the ball
He's not going to risk throwing
Right.
it because if
The-
they
the-
turn it over. If he throws an interception,
because if you're the defense and you get the turnover on downs and you got less 2 minutes or around 2 minutes to go, what you need to do if you got the lead is you run the ball when you get the ball back, right? So Leonard Fournette or whatever he would run, but when you're on your goal line, can't run.
Yeah.
Because if there's a safety, they get the ball and there's 2 points.
All right, so We'll move on. Mahomes, Buffalo, Kansas City.
It's a masterclass.
Shit start for Kansas City again. I don't know if you could do that against Brady. If Brady gets up
No, I agree with
2
you.
scores against you or even 3 scores against you.
How much was Bills up?
They're up 9-0. Because they had a
Yeah.
fumble.
And then they went on a 28-6
run
run or something like
because
that.
I started work and we had our morning meeting and I turned it off. By the time I turned it back on, it was 21-9. I was like, what the fuck?
So you've been saying we've been saying
I'm
that
not
all year,
aware.
like they've been in third gear for sure.
Third gear.
And
They turned it on.
I still think yesterday was only fourth. I still think they've got fifth gear.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't have Le'Veon Bell. They'll get him back for the Super
Travis
Bowl.
Kelsey, you made a great
He
point
is
yesterday.
unbelievable.
They are getting a tight end at a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. That's
but
what he
they're
is.
paying him
And-
tight end
sorry,
money.
They're paying him at a
You know
tight
what
end
he
money.
doesn't do?
Doesn't drop the ball.
I think he dropped it once yesterday, but it was behind him or
But he's
something like
strong,
that.
quick.
He's strong. He's quick. He's clutch.
And
He's
he's
like Gronk
always
back in the
open.
day.
His hands are awesome.
He's always open though.
Because he's so big
No,
and quick.
because he's covered. Like, you can't put a cornerback on him.
No, you can't.
So, they're the only ones with the speed to cover him. If you put a linebacker on
He's
him...
too quick.
Too quick.
Well, that's what they generally
Because
have
most
to
of the
do.
time, he's bigger than the linebackers anyway.
He's-
And the play that is probably 9 out of 10 every time is the play. Mahomes does it. It's down the middle. Like Kelsey will run
Cut across?
Like
Yeah.
he cuts across.
The only thing that's going to fuck Kansas City is this new salary cap coming in because they are literally maxed out. So
Yeah,
they're going to
but
have to
you know
get
what?
rid of a couple players.
We said it last week.
That's
as
the only
long
thing
as
that's
they've
gonna
got
fuck
the Hill,
The
Kelsey,
three.
and Mahomes,
Because the
they'll find
Watkins, the
anything
Nico
else.
Hardmans, all these other guys, they come. Williams, they just pick them up. Williams was undrafted.
I would be getting rid of.
So Damian Williams last year was undrafted. I think he scored 1 or 2 in the Super Bowl. Like they just make him good.
They got Mathieu. No,
Matt. Yeah, he's the liar
the
corner.
safety.
Tyron
Safety.
Matthew,
Right.
Honey Badger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got him for nothing. Because remember, he wasn't loved by anyone.
Yeah,
Texans.
he left Houston.
Texans
Left
took him out.
Houston because he left
Arizona.
Arizona. Like he was a really good player, but everyone was just like, nah. They
Attitude
got him for nothing. He
He's the
earned his-
captain of the D.
Yeah, but like he's probably not on the best money.
No. But,
So you can find these guys.
but as a player, you take $3 million less if you know you're going to go to the fucking Super Bowl every year.
As a player,
And as a Super Bowl winning person, you become more marketable. You become a better brand. You can make more money out of it.
if you're I wouldn't call it like a veteran wide receiver, but someone that's been in the league 5 years, but is like bouncing around, not really a number one guy, number 2 or 3. If the Chiefs come calling, you just go there
Exactly.
because the worst result
what
is
Le'Veon
you're going
Bell's done.
to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. The
Best result is
you're going to play.
Mahomes makes you look good, and then maybe you get money elsewhere.
Exactly.
So, they did the right thing when they gave him a 10-year, $500 million deal.
This is the appeal because, like you said, you're going to
'cause
get
it-
these other scrappy
In
guys
the
that
7th, 8th year, we'll go. That's a cheap contract.
Yeah. Yeah. And he'll be on it. All right. So, no NFL this week because
Yep.
it's a week off. There's a Pro Bowl, whatever. I mixed a little bit up. I'm going to go across to the United Kingdom for the English Premier League for this week's Mike Mush bet. Now, last week I did lose. I did
Frank Lampard got chopped last night.
Yep. Sacked the Chelsea manager.
Fucking taste.
Last week I put my balls on the line a little bit and went for the Bills just for the upset.
Yeah.
I took the Bucks a week before. I didn't want to do it 2 weeks in a row, and I genuinely thought that Green Bay were going to win that game. So I'm going to go for the Tottenham-Liverpool game. And I'm going to go total goals over 2.5.
Tottenham-Liverpool over 2.5.
Tottenham-Liverpool over 2.5, paying $1.80.
I like it, Mike Mush.
Post
He,
that.
he
We'll
actually
see it.
posted the bet last week.
I'm
Good.
back, baby. And we'll see how soccer fancies for the old Mush.
All right.
If I lose this one, you'll never hear me do another soccer
So-
bet again.
No.
Nah, we're going to have to once NFL's finished.
Well,
Yeah.
then Euros.
NBA.
Euros in the mid this
Is
year.
Euros happening? Do you reckon it'll
It
happen?
will happen. Whether there's fans or not, I don't know.
Because they've got to do it. There's a big rumor that Tokyo are going to announce cancelling the Olympics again. Even
don't-
though they had all the meeting, it seems like
There's
it's
plenty
gonna
of
happen.
sport for Mule to bet on.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So,
I just don't like how normal it's becoming that, like, there's no fans. I don't like that.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now it's just like we watch a game, it's like, oh, they've got, like, I watched it.
I want them back.
Because I was off sick work last week. I actually got sent home Tuesday and I didn't work the rest of the week. I was fucked. Could not move. And I just stayed in bed. Game Pass was on 24. I watched the 2007 NFC Championship game. And it was just so funny just seeing packed stadium. I was like, wow,
How good.
that unreal. Like Arrowhead when it's packed. Oh,
Oh, we'll make us appreciate it more
All
when
right.
it comes back.
So,
what are you cocking on about?
we got
Sorry.
an announcement. We're doing a Super Bowl show. So the way we're going to actually work it is we're going to start doing an episode probably in the last quarter of the Super Bowl. And then we're going to chat. And at the end of the show, we're going to do Chiari eating the chip. And it's going to be filmed. We'll probably do an Instagram live. We're going to make a video that will get released that week. I may be dead or alive. I'm not 100% sure
Like if
yet.
Chop dies, we will at the end of that show. We'll put it out there. We'll be trying to get
Auditioning.
another
Audition.
Yeah,
Okay.
review host.
So
Stifler's brother.
we've got, I guess we can call it a major sponsor for the day. So Fish Boss, Jamie Goddard at Fish Boss, they're going to be sponsoring the episode. They're giving us $100 gift voucher to use at Fish Boss. So we're going to be running a competition as well. We're going to be releasing that on social media next week. It's going to be pretty simple. All you got to do is follow the Any Give and Take page.
Like the post.
Like
tag
the
a friend.
post, tag a friend in it, and then basically you're going to go on the draw to win the $100 gift voucher. That our
You won't
major-
miss it. You'll see.
You'll
it.
see
There's
posters
plenty
and
of
all that.
stuff. You'll be
Now,
But-
Fish Boss are a restaurant.
They're a
Or
restaurant.
they
They're
are
a fish and
fish
chip
monger?
store.
Yeah.
So
Fish and
Fish
chop-
Boss,
fish and
not
chip
your
style.
traditional fish and chip shop. We're local, sustainable, and ethical
Really,
seafood.
really good.
They're
fish.
in the Park Centre at East Vic Park. Go see Jamie there. The website is www.fishboss.com.au.
Yeah, I
They
feel
do.
bad saying last week the fish and chips was my worst.
But that's all right. It's a good segue in.
No, that's right. I'm
This
going
is
to go there. We're going
sustainable.
to go there.
This
Jamie,
is
I want to
good
leave
fish.
there and be able to have sex after
looks
I leave.
like- it looks like
That's
great.
a challenge, Jamie.
It
all right?
looks like great food, by the way. Not your traditional fish and chips. It looks fantastic. So they're sponsoring our Super Bowl show in 2 weeks'
So
time.
Fish Boss, when they do promote, they do have their slogan is "Fish so good you can have sex after."
Ah,
Is it?
right.
What?
Gary looks it up.
But no, more information. The post will come out next week. We want people to jump on the page. We want people to like it.
Like,
but
share, tag.
like, share, tags. The way we're going to go,
Jamie, I
guys.
just trademarked that, so I want some royalties.
And we all want to be retiring off this in 10 years.
That's
so.
the end of the episode. Thank you, guys. Remember to subscribe to the page on Instagram for all the latest with the boys.
You've been listening to Any Give and Take. Follow the boys on Instagram and Twitter at Any Give and Take.
Bruce Bogtrotter.